Well, here I am. I just came out of the doctor's office where the doctor injected some protein stuff into my knees. Because I've got arthritis in my knees. And I decided I was going to do something here today. Since I'm walking by here, I'm going to bring the second King Gino report from the world famous Apollo Theater. What's this? Can I turn this thing yet? Yeah, does it turn? Maybe it doesn't turn, I don't know. I don't know if it shows it upside down or what. But that's the world famous, we're at the world famous Apollo Theater, where I'm bringing you the King Gino report. And the second King Gino report is coming to you from the Apollo Theater in Harlem. Okay? That second King Gino report is about my last night shift, which started at 4:45. And Ray gave me a shit-ass car. I mean a shit-ass. I'm talking shit-ass car. And that piece of shit, well, you know, you live in, you know, I thank God because, you know, it did last through the night, and I made some money. I mean, I didn't make a lot of money. I go out Thursday night hoping to make a decent haul, and tonight was like $180, which is, I mean, you know, this is New York, man. We don't have subsidized, well, we do, but, you know, I don't want to talk too much. Anyway, it's expensive living here. And, you know, we're planning on going down to Venezuela and helping the family some more. Because things are a fucking mess down there. I mean, a fucking mess. And my wife's people are not rich. So it's a fucking... But anyway, I go to work. I get a Social Security check and I get a little pension. Because I worked for the New York City for 10 years. So between the two and working, we're okay, you know. If I didn't do one or the other, I don't know. Okay, let's get back to the King Gino report, second report for Thursday night. Started out, like I said, about 4:45, and I'm pick up this, I guess we call him a couple. Yeah, a couple on 2nd Avenue at around, I would say it was around 104th Street. And the couple is like this. You got an older white man, I believe gay, a younger Hispanic man, I believe gay, and a little mutt, a little dog, a little mutt dog, a little dog mutt, who was very quiet throughout the whole trip. And you know, I've never had a dog like defecate or urinate in a taxi, but I have had human beings do that. So, you know, you take it from there. And we have this thing going on. There's just a bunch of kids over here standing on a line, maybe they're with their teacher. So I'm going to move away. And it's like this. So the white guy's in charge of this trip, obviously, and he says to me, 93rd Street and Broadway, which is across town, we got to cross Central Park. Okay, so I head towards 97. He says, what the fuck are you doing? What? He says, go up Park Avenue. I said, sir, why would I want to go up Park Avenue? He says, because 97th Street, crossing the park, will be jammed up, and I want to get home. And how long have you been driving a fucking taxi? I mean, the man was nasty. And okay. So I made the next right turn up onto Park Avenue and start going up Park Avenue. And I'm passing 103rd and I'm passing 104th. He says, where the hell are you going? Jackass! I said, sir, didn't you tell me to go up Park Avenue? He said, I meant to go up Park Avenue to get to 97th Street and avoid the cross-town traffic on 97th Street. How long have you been driving a taxi? I've been driving in this town a whole lot longer than you, he says to me. So, you know, and I get up, I make a left, I go up onto Park Ave. First I said, okay, look, sir. And I hit the pause button there, like, he says, don't even try it. And I said, look, sir, I'm offering you a chance to get out of this taxi for free if I'm not satisfactory. He says, don't even try it. Your ass will be at the TLC, he says to me. I said, okay. So I head down Park Avenue, and it's a fucking glacier. You can't move. And he's starting to look at his boyfriend, or whatever that guy is to him, and they're looking at each other, and the car's not hardly moving whatsoever at all, and following his instructions, and the car's not going anywhere, and it's a long, slow slog, and it's inch by inch, and it's okay, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking through the rear view mirror, and I make eye contact with the boyfriend, the younger guy, and he's like, he's not giving away anything.
You okay over here? What's going on over here?
Huh?
What's going on?
I'm just talking about that I'm here in front of the Apollo, that's all. Huh?
I'm trying to work. What's going on?
All right, sir. You don't have to be rude.
I was asking you what's going on.
I was just making myself a home video in front of the Apollo, that's all.
What's going on? That's all. I have kids inside the room now. Let me know what's going on. Okay, help me out with that. Thank you, buddy.
Okay. Anyway, I'll move over here. Off the property line of the Apollo Theater. And, all right, where was I? You see, rudeness. So anyhow, yeah, we're inching and we're inching and we're inching along and we're inching and we're going slow, slow, slow. And we reach, 102nd Street. I say, sir, I can make a right here and get us to 5th Avenue. How do you feel about that? He says, you think it'll be better than this? I said, sir, it's not going to be worse. And so he said, go for it. And I went for it. I took a right. And we were down on 5th Avenue in no time. And the traffic on 5th Avenue to 97th Street was bing, bang, bing. And we get to 97th Street transverse, you can see the, what do you call it? The traffic moving along 97th Street at a very pleasant clip. And the transverse moving along very pleasantly. But this ride is costing this man a lot of money and took a lot of time. And he's looking very sheepish. I have to admit, the man's looking very sheepish. And we get across the park and like pretty much snap 1, 2, 3 time and get over to Broadway. And I'm at Broadway at 97. He says, we'll get off here. And I said, okay, sir. And I'm watching him, and he's making he's doing a credit card thing. And he gives me a $5 and change tip. I mean, he gave me a tip on a $15 ride. And he said, thank you. Now, I could have said hee-haw or hey, Bray or something. I just said, I didn't say you're welcome. I just said, like, yeah. And they left. And then I went back. I went on my way, on my merry way. And it was a kind of an ordinary night after that. Except in the ride I took out to Far Rockaway. I had to say about Far Rockaway. Far Rockaway is on the Rockaway Peninsula. You can find it on a map of New York City, and it is far. It is right up against Nassau County. It's not too far from Kennedy Airport. And a way to go there, avoid the bridges, is like going to Kennedy and then banging a left. And then you do this and you do that and you're in Far Rockaway. And Far Rockaway is a notorious ghetto, scary place. And I have to tell you, I worked in Child Protective Services in the Emergency Children's Services office. In the office, but I was mainly in the field. And they gave me the hardest cases. They did. They gave me the toughest cases. And we covered all the boroughs because we were open at night and on the weekends and on the holidays. We covered all 5 boroughs. And I got to tell you, I grew up in Queensbridge Projects. All right? And I been probably in and out of every public housing project on that job, a Red Hook and all of that, in South Jamaica and every place. But I have to tell you, there's 2 places where I am scared. And one is Far Rockaway, and the other is the Polo Grounds houses over on 155th Street by the Harlem River. It scares the piss out of me to be in there. I once had a fare take me into the parking lot there, and I thought that was my last moment on earth. As it turns out, not only it wasn't my last moment, they even paid me, which surprised the shit out of me. I wasn't even expecting to get paid on that one. And anyhow, to get back to this, so I'm sitting in the circle around the Columbia Presbyterian Cornell Wild Medical Center on 68th Street and on York Avenue. And I fell asleep and I lost a couple of rides. The guy in back of me woke me up and he said, you lost a couple of rides here. And I said, well, I guess I had to sleep. He says, well, he laughed and he says, okay. Are you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. He said, I got a nice nap there. And then this young lady gets in the cab, and she's, I hate to use these kind of expressions like exotic. She's an exotic-looking young lady. It's kind of hard to place her ethnicity. Not that I'm preoccupied with that, I'm not, but just in terms of descriptive. She's young, she's pretty, she got wavy curly hair, her complexion, like you think, well, maybe she's Greek, been on holiday or something. And she says, give me the address. And she says, that's in Far Rockaway because I live there. Oh, that's nice. She says, and I swear I have the money. Because that's a long ride. Because I swear I pay you. I have the money. Okay. So that's what happened. So I take her out there. And, I'm not watching her through the rear view or anything. I'm not paying much mind to her. I got my radio on. I'm listening to classical music. I'm not saying jack about that. She doesn't have any problem with it. It's all good. I get her there, and she says, well, you have to wait here. My boyfriend's going to come down and give you the money. There's $60 here, and I'm leaving the meter on, man. And so she goes to the door. I say, well, can't you leave me anything? And she gets all upset. I told you that I would get the money from my house when we got there. I said, lady, you didn't tell me that. And look at me, I'm bleeding. And I'm looking at her face, and, maybe it's because it's dark. I don't see bleeding, but I believe, whoa, shit. She just came out of the emergency room at Cornell Wild Medical Center, and I noticed that they have a habit of kicking people out of there who should be staying there for a little while longer. I'll put it like that. They do that at Cornell Wild Medical Center, 68th Street and York Avenue. People get kicked out of the emergency room and other places when they shouldn't be. They should at least, make sure in some cases that there's someone who knows this person who's going to get them home, you know. So that's what that's about. Huh? Sir, no, I'm sorry. I don't have any change. And so, anyhow, the boyfriend actually came down. I had $63 on the meter because I left it on. And he got $60 in his hand. He says, well, all I got is 60. She said it was 60. And I says, well, you know, I'll live with that. I ain't going to die from that $3. And he says, well, thank you very much for bringing her home, because I don't know how she would have got home if you didn't take her. But I said, well, that's all right. We call it my job, you know, and a good deed. Both you covered both at the same time. So that's tonight's, last night's King Gino report.